everyone, my name's Emma and welcome back to my sewing vlog She Loves to Make. So last time on my Sew With Me vlog I mentioned that I had reconfigured my sewing space. So I have moved my sewing corner from my bedroom into the living space, and I've kind of repurposed my sewing desk as a sewing slash editing slash workspace, and I'm using my dining table as a cutting table, and also during the week a sewing space and for my overlocker as well, and it's working really well. At the same time I decluttered a lot of my crafting and sewing supplies, so I gave a lot away, some to charity, some to friends and family who craft, and changed up some of my storage with the concept of having a really easy sewing reference library almost, so to be able to pull my interfacing out of boxes, knowing where it was. Everything was kind of piled into different boxes in the bedroom, so I wanted to have better organisation and to be able to eventually, when we can, have people come round and just be like, grab anything you need, there's the interfacing, there's the elastic, it's all clearly labelled in boxes, grab what you need and get sewing. And yeah, just make it a kind of collaborative space, but also a space where I can easily work on my labels, so pressing up my labels and the work that goes into packaging them up. So that's really taken off in the last few weeks, and then also filming my vlogs and sewing in action here. And so there's a lot of light in this room for longer parts of the day, but there's no glare from the window. It's easier to film in here, so there are lots and lots of pluses to having my sewing space in my living kitchen dining room. So I'm going to take you on a little tour so you can have a look at the highlights of the reorganisation of the space just behind me, and then I'm going to get my storage boxes out so you can have a look. I'm going to film and show you what's in each box and kind of how I've decided to arrange the space. And yeah, it's super exciting, and I can't wait to see in the comments what you thought, and if you've got any other ideas for how you store things that might inspire me. I still have some sewing patterns, some PDF patterns in envelopes, and I'm kind of thinking I might like to change that up as well and think about different ways to store the abundance of PDF patterns that I've developed during this time. Obviously I've been less likely to buy paper patterns and more likely to buy PDF. Although having said that, I have a lot of paper patterns still under the bed in the Ikea storage drawer, which I showed you in my last sewing space tour. So if you go back to my June video, it was June last year, my last sewing space tour, you can have a look at how it was, and I will show you today how it looks now. Enjoy. Okay, so I thought I'd do a little walk around of my table and my first set of storage boxes. So these are Ikea Gliss, I think they're pronounced, as storage boxes. I will show you on the website what they look like. So these are, I think, designed for children's colouring pencils and things, but I'm actually using mine for scrap fabric, as I am kind of overlocking, cutting fabric, so I can use these to test my tension and just have a little bit of a spare around to test my overlocking before I start. So this is my scrap from my Carnaby dress project, which is cut out, which you can see over there. I'm really excited about that. And then also I can just pop the lid back on and stack them up. And just on the other side of the sewing machine, you can see that I have these also for my sewing labels. So the ones that need pressing and don't, so ones that are ready to go, to be packaged up, and then also others here. So at the moment, obviously, because these packets are larger than the top, I'm leaving them open and just leaving them there so I can kind of press. And so I've had a little ironing station on the end here, just for pressing them up with a pressing cloth before they go out for orders. I also bought this one. This is a Wham storage box, and I bought it at the range. It was only a couple of pounds, and it's so useful for storing little things. So I've had labels in it before I've packaged them up in here to keep them kind of protected. But I think what I'm going to do is actually put my bobbins in there. I have an ever-growing collection of bobbins, and this will give me lots of space to grow. And obviously you can take this, like if you travel with it, you can take it if you're going between places to sew, if you're going to work to sew, if that's what you do. So yeah, that is another really good buy, and it looks really nice with my Hobbycraft trolley, which I'm really pleased about. So that's those storage boxes. So I'm just going to get out and show you my other storage boxes. So these are my Tejna, I think they're pronounced, Ikea storage boxes. Again, I'll show you on the website in a moment and you can see how much they are. These are larger boxes, so they're the kind of, they're about 30 centimetres long. So I wanted these for my pattern paper, but also for my interfacing. So the first one does have some spot and cross and gridded paper and some plain tracing paper for my project. So there's some cut pieces already and some old bits with notes on, some brown paper. So I've got a whole bunch of paper in there, so I've just folded it all up so it fits in nicely with the lid on, and that is on the shelf then to grab when I want to draft pieces. And the next thing I want to draft is my sports bra design. And then over here in the second box is my interfacing. So interfacing tape and also different weights of interfacing. So I've tried to sort them into bags. You probably can't see that clearly, but there's my sewing interfacing just there. I've got a heat bond, and then I've got heavier weight and then lightweight on this side. So this is the lighter weight interfacing on this side. As you can see, that's still kind of escaping from the box, but yeah, I think that's a really good storage option. I've been trying to get, I had some labels on the top row of boxes, which I'll show you in a second, from my retro label writer, but they've popped off. So I'm gonna have to find something which is more sticky to label up my boxes. So that's the first two. So here are my 4 smaller boxes. They're still the same Ikea Tejna box, and I'm just going to open so you can see in the first box. It's like Deal or No Deal. So here are my fat quarters and some cotton fabrics from dressmaking projects, which are roughly fat quarter size. So a mix of fat quarters and scraps, although I think I will be getting more fat quarters because I'm doing the Poppy Treffery Embroidery Club. I'm trying to do as much of that as I can with kind of the fabrics that I've got to be more sustainable. I am really trying to make an effort to do that this year. So yeah, I think these will come in really useful for Poppy Treffery, and also yeah, for anything I'm doing sort of in the future. I actually just spotted those two will be really good for, I'm making some masks for someone, and I think they'll be really good. She's asked for blue and grey, so I think I could do those for her, so I'll put that to one side. Multitasking, I'm multitasking, and here is another box of fabric scrap. So this is entirely scrap, so this is left over from projects. So you can see I had quite a bit left over from my Carnaby dress. I've got some chambray in here, I've got some cotton lawn. It's all really pretty, lovely colours. I really like this. So this way of storing it helps me because I can see exactly what I've got, take it out, put it back in. It's actually very Marie Kondo, isn't it? So super excited about that. I'm going to put the lids back on those. And then if I reconfigure my boxes, I have 2 more. So this box is lace. So I bought some stretch lace to make some underwear, to make some knickers. I've got a simplicity pattern for that. This I've had for years, this lace sort of edging, which I really like. And then I've got some odd pieces of scrap, and this was a little narrow lace which was vintage, which I found and I thought might be nice for underwear too, so I've got that all there. So I'm hoping to do more lingerie underwear this year. And this last box is my elastics, and I've got an ever-growing collection, and I just thought, you know what, I'm going to go for it and put them all in the bigger box, and then I have room to grow because I love the coloured elastics. I still got some glittery elastic left over from when I made my gold Stitch Sisters skirt. So yeah, I'm really enjoying having more room for my elastics and being able to just pick out what I need. So that's a bit more messy, but I do use elastics quite often, I've realised. So that's all good. So that's that one. And then I've still got my swatch box. Okay, so there's my swatch box, and I've got here lots of nice swatches, and I've had some from, I think it was the Fabric Godmother. I've got these beautiful swatches. I've got some Spoonflower swatches in here, and these as well. So yeah, really happy with that. And that's just a little box that I had. It was a little gift buddy box there. So yeah, and I've labelled that up with those letters that I had on my other boxes, the swatch letters, but those letters do. And then down here, this is stuff that I'm working on that I'm going to cut out, or that I've cut out, so all pieces. So I haven't even tidied that up because I want you to see some realness, and that is, everything's kind of in progress at the moment. But yeah, very excited to get some more sewing done this spring and make some bright and colourful stuff. And on my desk over here, I've got a new sewing magazine. So this is, what the name is, Simply Sewing, issue 79, and I've got some labels I'm going to send, my Pedal Power labels. They sold last night, so they need pressing and posting. And then a bunch of free patterns with this magazine, which I think are really great patterns, and I think I would make a lot of these. And I haven't made a bag before, so I might like to do that. And also I've got the perfect piece of jersey to make that cami. I'd never have enough camis, so yeah, really good buy, that magazine. Lots and lots of projects. And obviously I keep all my desk type stuff here. I've got my blue light glasses, my headphones, USB keys, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to show you over here on the Mac the boxes that I bought. So this is the Gliss set. So this is 3 storage boxes, and they are £2.25 for 3, which is a bargain in my opinion. So here we go. Here are the Tejna, I think it's how it's pronounced, storage boxes. They're made from more sustainable materials, and they are £1.50 for the smaller boxes that are on the top of my shelves, and £2.50 for the larger, which I think is an absolute bargain. They also do magazine files, which would be ideal for PDF patterns and stuff. So I hope you found that whistle-stop tour of my sewing space useful. Maybe you have some ideas now for your own creative spaces and how you can mix them up, and think about how you can sew more efficiently and quickly and conveniently and really have fun with it. So I've certainly found that I'm having a lot of fun just being able to stop work on a Friday, fold out my table, cut out a pattern or sew, and just relish the time to get on with it and do some fun projects. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I will look forward to sharing more sewing excitement with you again next time. Bye!